Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Peevers by rockratzero. So Rockrat is one of the people who has contributed a lot to the Quads on Parade pack, so I don't know if you're going to be getting a double feature from Rockrat today. Who knows? But there's going to be a lot of rockratzero puzzles on the channel. Anyway, let's have a look at this one. Of course, links below to the puzzle and to... I normally put a couple of other links into the pop-ups onto videos as well, which is where my submission guidelines. So if you wish to submit or recommend a puzzle, but I also post a link in most videos to my collections page on my Patreon, which is available to everyone for free. And what that is it's a list of puzzle packs that I've been sent, which people just want me to put up as an available list. So you can go there and just browse a page of puzzle packs, and you can pick a puzzle pack that looks interest to you. Then Sudoku packs normally, and you can just go through and you can find literally hundreds and hundreds of free Sudoku puzzles. So feel free to check that one out. But let's have a look at Peevers by rockratzero. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits along an arrow sum to the digit in the arrow circle. So the sum of those two digits goes there, the sum of those two digits goes there, the sum of those two digits goes there. Okay. And killer cages. So digits in a cage must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So the sum of those three digits is 13. The sum of those three digits is 20. The sum of those three digits is 14. Same for all of them. Digits cannot repeat within a cage, but all of these cages are straight lines, so they couldn't anyway. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. This might be a problem, because these digits, I think, are 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this digit, these two digits here, well, these two digits are the same as that digit. So if I was to turn around and say... I think these digits are 1, 2, 3, 4, because this digit is the sum of those two digits. So what I could do is, if I was to basically say that these three digits summed to 10, I could turn around and say, well, instead of that digit being the sum, I could make it that those digits sum to 10, because this is the same as the sum of those. But if I put the minimum 4 digits into these are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and therefore these all, and 1, 2, 3, 4, the minimum digits I can put in, sum to 10. Now this can't be a 1, because if this was a 1, these would have to sum to 19. And you can't make two digits in a Sudoku sum to 19. It can't be a 2, because you can't make two digits in a Sudoku sum to 18 either. You'd have to use 9, 9. So 3 would make this 8, 9, and 4 would make this 7, 9. So there must be a 9 in here with either 8 or 7. Now this is 3 or 4. Now, and these are 5, 6, 7, or 8. Now the maximum this could be is 7. So this can't be an 8. Well, actually, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, that does work. But the minimum this could be now is 6. Because the minimum this could be is 1 plus 5. So the minimum that is 6. That's interesting. Does it do much? Can I take that further? I'm not sure I can, you know. Oh, this is a forced cage. This is 7, 8, 9. And I can never put 9, because the maximum digits I can put in here are 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9 sums to 24. And you can never put 9 on an arrow, because the minimum would be 9, 1, 10. And I can't put 10 in either of these. So these aren't the 9. This is the 9. One of these has to be a 9. So these are 1 and 2. These must be 1 and 2. Oh, and the 8 is going to go with 1 and 9, and then the 7 is going to go with 2. Both of these are 9, because if 8 takes 1, 7 is then going to have to go with 2, and 8 can't take 2, because that would put a 10 in a circle. So both of these become 9. These have to sum now to 4, because 9 plus what gets me to 13? The only way to do 4 is 1 and 3. So this is a 1, 3. These sum to 6. So the only way to get to 6, well, there must be a 1 in here. So this is 1, 5. Because there's a 1 in here, there's a 1 in here. So there must be a 1 in here. These sum to 6. So this is a 1, 5. This is interesting. Now 2 is down here, but I can't put 2 in a 20 cage, because 2 in a 20 cage would mean those need to sum to 18, and I can't put 2 on the arrow. And the reason 2 is in here is there's 2 in here, so I can't put 2 in here, and I can't put 2 in this cage. So 2 is down here. 2 here would need these to sum to 18. I can't do 9, 9. 2 here would need both of those to be 1. That doesn't work. This is the 2. Now 2 is up here, and that's not the same. I can't put 2 here, but I can put 2 here. These would just have to sum to 10. This can't be a 9. If this was a 9, these would be 1 and 2 to keep it to 12. So this would be 9, 1, 2. This would be a 5, but if this is a 5, what do I put on this arrow? I'd need to put a 1 on this arrow, because at 5, because with 9, 1, 2 here, this would be 5, 3, 4, and 5, 3, and 4 is 12, and that can't be a 12. This can't be a 9. It might also be a problem for it to be an 8. Oh, the 7 and the 8 takes 7 out of there. So now this must be a 1 or a 2, because I can't make this 3, 4. So this is a 1 or a 2. Because if this is a 4, this is a 3, and this is a 7. If this is a 3, this is a 4, this is a 7, and I can't put a 7 in there. So this isn't a 3 or a 4. This is a 1 or a 2. 1, 4, 2, 3, or 2, 4. Not sure. There's 2 low digits in there. This is a 1, 2 pair, so that's forced up. If this is a 2, these sum to 10. If this is a 2, this is either 3 or 4. This would be 2, this would be 3, 4. Would that break this? Because if this is a 2, these would sum to 10. I couldn't do 8, 2. So it would either be 2, 3, 7 or 2, 4, 6. What could I... This couldn't be a 5 then, because 5, 1... Oh, 5, 1, 3 would allow that to be 9. No, that could work. Because 9 is... Hang on, there must be a 9 in a 20... No, there doesn't have to be a 9 in a 21 cage. Actually, that's a 14 cage, not a 14 arrow. What am I even thinking about? This is weird. 5 is in one of those two. Because 5... So 5 is in here. There's definitely weird stuff going on here. But that's basically the limit of what I know, isn't it? So these can't be 1, 2. They can be 3, 4, can't be 5, 6. So these are from 3, 4, 6. So this can be 3, 4, 6, 7, or 8. Nine in this box can't be in any of those because of... Oh, hang on. 7, 8, and 9 are all in these. But I can't put 9 in a 9 cage. I can't put 8 in a 9 cage, and I can't put 7 in a 9 cage. So this is actually a 7, 8, 9 triple. And I can remove the corner marks. Because a 9 here would need both of those to be 0, and 8 would need 2 digits to sum to 1, and a 7 would need 2 digits to sum to 2. You can't do that. This is 7, 8, 9. Can't put 9 on an arrow. So this is a 1 or a 2. Because if this was any higher, 3, 7 would need this to be a 10. So this is 8 or 9, and the 9 makes that the 8, which means this has got to be lower. This is 7 and 1. This is the 2. This is not 1 or 2. This is 3 or 4, which means this is a 1. These have to sum to 9, which is working. But this can't be an 8 anymore. This is very strange. The 2 is looking down, making this the 1 and this the 2. 9 is 1 plus 8. This is the 7. This is so cool. There's no 7 in either of these. This is an 8-9 pair. These have to sum to 8. They're not 1-7. If they're 2-6, it's 2-6. Sorry, these sum to 7. No, they sum to 8. They're not 1 and 7. If they're 2-6, it's 2-6. If it's 3-5, it's in either order. And that's all that's possible. Seven is down here. This can't be a 7 because this would have to be higher than 7 and 8 and 9 is not available. This is a maximum of 7. But these each have a minimum. So this is 3, 4, 6 or 7. And one of those must be a 7. Now, if this was a 3, this would have to be 1, 2, but I can't put 1 in either of them. 1 is down here somewhere. So this isn't a 3. If this is a 5, it could be 2, 3. 6 would have to be 2, 4, 7. Couldn't be 1, 6. Could be 2, 5 or 3, 4. Four is in one of those two. This is 3, this is 8, 9. This is a maximum of 6. No, this can't be 6 because this is a minimum of 3. So this is 3, 4, 5 or 6. That's getting close, isn't it? Because it can't, this can't be a 1. This can't even be a 6. This is a 3, a 4 or a 5. So this is being pushed down. This is a maximum of 4. This is 2, 3 or 4. If this is a 4, this is 3, 7. If this is 3, I could go 4, 7. That's all. 4 would go 3, 7. 3 would go 4, 7. Otherwise, this is a 2, which allows this to be 5, 6 or 7. So if this is anything other than 7, that's a 2. 2 is down here, though. Well, that can't be a 2. 2 is in one of those two, because this can't be a 2, because these would both have to be 1. This is a maximum of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it can't be 2. It could be 1, 2, summing to 3, though. It could be 1, 3, summing to 4. 5 would be 2, 3, or 1, 4. And 6 could be 1, 5, or 2, 4. Oh, I know what those digits sum to. Because these sum to 30. And an entire row of Sudoku contains all of the digits that sum from 1 to 9, which sum to 45. So if these sum to 30 and I add 2, these have to sum to 13. So if this is a 5, this would have to be an 8. That's not a 5, but I could do 6, 7 or 5, 8. Okay, so all I removed was a 5 from there. That didn't help much, did it? Where's 9 in this column? I can't put 9 in a 12 cage with a 6. 9, 6 means this is automatically a 15 cage. I can't put 9 in the 12 cage. 9 is already in this box. I can't put 9 on an arrow. That is a 9. I can't put 8 on this arrow or in any of these cells. 8 is in one of these 3. Now, if this was an 8, this would be 8, 6. This can't be the 8. The 8 is in one of these 2. If that's the 8, these have to sum to 4. They would be 1 and 3. This would be a 5. These would need to sum to 4, and I couldn't do that. If this is the 8, this becomes 1, 3, and this becomes 1, 3. And there's no way of doing that. This is the 8. This is not the 8. So if this is a 6, 7, this is not the 7. This is a 5, 6 pair. The 8 takes 8 out of those. This is 7, 9. 7, 9 is 16. That's the 4. That's the 3. 1 and 3 is 4, so that's the 6, which works. Okay, I've used the 1, 2, 3, 4. The 6 makes this the 5, which makes this the 6. These have to sum to 6. They can't be 1, 5. These are 2 and 4. So what's this now? It has to sum to 9 without using 2 or 4. So it can't be 1, 2, 6 or 1 or 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 3, 5. And there must be a 3 in here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. That's really cool. Now these are 21 minus 9, which is 12. Well, I can't use 9, 3. I could use 8, 4 in that order. 7, 5 would be 7 and 5. 6, 6 doesn't work. So they're the only possibilities. If this is 4 or 5 minimum, this can't be a 3 or a 4. And this has to be a 1 or a 2, and it can't be a 2. This is a 1. That's very cool. So now this is a minimum of 3. This isn't a 3 anymore. This isn't a 5. This isn't a 5. 4 is in one of those 2. 4 is in one of those 2. If this is a 5, these sum to 9. If this is a 6, these sum to 8. If this is a 6, I couldn't do 7, 1. I couldn't do 6, 2. These would have to be 3, 5. Yeah, maybe. Hang on. If this is 6, these are 3, 5. Hang on. If this is a 6, these have to sum to 8. If this is a 6, these have to sum to 8. I couldn't do 7, 1. I couldn't do 2, 6. They'd have to be 3, 5 in either order. And then that would be 4. And that would be 8. But that doesn't work. If this is 6, these become... If this is 6... These have to sum to 8. I couldn't use 1, 7. I couldn't use 2, 6. These would become 3, 5. But this would be 6. This would be 4. And that arrow doesn't work. This is a 5. That 5 makes that 4. 4 and 9 means that that's the 8. These now have to sum to 9. I can't use 1, 8. I could use 7, 2. I could use 3, 6. I can't use 4, 5. So these are 2, 3, 6, and 7. These both sum to 9. There's no 2 here. The 5 means that's not a 5. These are 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But there's a 2, 3 here. That's the 4. The 3 takes the 3 out of there. That is a 5. 1 and 5 is 6. So to get to 9, that's a 3. But the 4 takes 4 out of those. This is a 2, 3 pair. So that is a 4. There's no 3 here. There's no 4 there. So this is a 4. Now what is this again? These sum to 9, which is 7, 2. This isn't a 6 anymore. This is a 2 or a 3. I don't like the 2 pencil mark in there. I think that's bad. Well, I don't know why that 2 was pencil marked like this. Because I'm terrible at doing this well. The 3 is looking down, making that the 2. So these sum to 7, so that's the 7. 2 and 7 come out of there. 7 comes out of there. 2 and 3 would make this 5. 2 and 6 would make this 8. This is 5 or 8. So 4 is in one of those. No, 4 is right in the middle of the box because 4 can't be in those, 4 can't be in any of those, and 4 can't be there. That's a 4. So 4 is right there. So there's no 4 on this arrow, so this can't be a 7 because the only way to do 7 is 1, 2, 4. This is the 9, this is the 7. 9, 1, 2, 6. Can't be 2, 3, 4. So there must be a 1 on this arrow. So this is 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. Sure, there's something going on there. These sum to 18. So we're at 30. Right. Let's do it this way. This is a 9. Those sum to 9. That's 18. Add 20 to 18, I'm at 38. So 45 minus 38, these have to sum to 7. That's a 3, that's a 6. That takes 3 out of here. Makes this the 1, this the 3. These now need to sum to 8. Well, I can't use 1, 7. I could use 2, 6. I can't use 3, 5. I can't use 4, 4. These are 2 and 6. So this is a 1, 2, 6. Makes that a 7. These now, this is a 5, 8 pair. They have to sum to 13, but that's a 5, 8 pair just by column logic. These are 1, 7, and 9. There's no 9 in either of those. That's the 9. The 1, 7 makes this the 6, which goes with 4 and 2, making that a 2 and that a 3. That's not the 3, that's the 3. This is the 1, 5. These are 6, 8, and 9. There's no 9 there. This is going to do it, isn't it? Maybe. The 6, however, is making that the 2 and that the 6. There's stuff happening everywhere. This isn't the 5. This is the 5. So this is a 3, 6, and the 3 is making that the 6 and that the 3. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. So this is 5 or 8. These are 1, 5, and 8. The 1 and the 5 makes that the 8, which makes that the 5 and that the 1. The 5 makes that the 8 and that the 5. Oh, 6 and 2. That's the 8, that's the 5. The 8 looks across, taking 8 out of both of those. That's the 8. So let's use this cage. 2 and 9 would be 11, and that would need to be another 2. So this is 2, 6, which is 8, which means that's a 5. The 6 makes that the 9. This is a 1 or a 7 for the row. This is a 2, 4 for the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 4 is making that the 2, which makes that the 4, which makes that the 2. This 8 makes that the 9 and that the 8. these are pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. The 4 looks up making that the 7 and that the 4. 1, 2, 3, and 9. The 9 looks up making that the 3 and that the 9. The 3 looks down making that the 6 and that the 3. The 5 looks down making that the 1 and that the 5, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 1 and that the 7. In here I need to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 6, and the 6 makes that the 2 and that the 6. And that is Peevers by rockratzero. 709 solves in 62 days. Okay, this has had a few solves, but that was a beautiful combination of arrow and killer cages. That was stunningly good. Didn't even need to use a killer calculator or anything. The cages just flowed into each other beautifully. Love that one. Blessed with good puzzles. That's what happens to me. Excellent. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying all the content that's coming out at the moment. I may be taking a break from just the daily videos. The puzzle pack videos will still come out, but I may be having to take a break from daily videos with everything that's going on in my life at the moment. I'm going to try and pre-record as much as I can. We'll see how it all goes. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.